that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number, this is the number one. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number, this is the number one.
I get my best flows to test on my next shows while my whiteboard is marked up with expos. Planning out.
Hello Godzilla fans and Kaiju fans of any other kind, it is I, GojiFan1000, and I'm going to be talking about Pacific Rim Uprising, new footage of Tokyo. By the way, if you guys want to play a game that's, for everybody, it has a mashup of different Kaijus, go on, if you're living in Japan and whatever, just buy Kaiju, crap, I messed up the name, Project City Shroud in Shadows, go buy it if you live in Japan. If you don't, well, too bad. And by the way, this is a Pacific Rim video, so if you guys aren't interested, before you click off this video, look at this real quick.
Buy everything you've got! Legendary, live eternally.
Did that not get you hyped or what? Now, on to the discussion. These released images of what we assume to be, the Kaijus from the Pacific Rim Uprising movie. Now, these are actually the ones in the trailer, the three big Kaijus that we saw near the end of the trailer where they all combined to form one giant monster. Now, we got one that's covered in thorns, it has like thorns on its tail. I think its name was, I don't really know what the names are. I know they were on the name cards. And if you want to know their names, just look it up. But these are the two monsters that combine with Raijin to make this huge colossal kaiju. Well, its name is not confirmed yet, but I guess it's more like like an homage to the creature called Slattern in the first Pacific Rim movie, the big kaiju, the final one. Now, there were talk about, new merchandise, like new figures and stuff. Now, they haven't said whether they're doing like a resell of the original Pacific Rim figures. Like, I don't know if they're going to be re-releasing Gypsy Danger, Cherno Alpha, or Striker Eureka. So, not much is known about that. But what is known is that we got a little bit more information on the Rogue Jaeger that we saw in the trailer. Now, the video shown before, we got to see Gypsy Avenger fighting this Rogue Jaeger, and he seems to be in like a tough spot. The Rogue Jaeger seems to have, the upper hand in the fight. But the information says that this Rogue Jaeger might be an AI fail, because they say that there are 2 pilot Jaegers and there are 3 pilot Jaegers, those who are drift compatible. But there are those Jaegers who can work based on an AI, like if there's no pilots in it at all, and it must be like a corrupt system, because in the previous trailer that we saw, it was more like a Jaeger on Jaeger war. So basically, as the first movie did describe as all nations coming together to put their differences aside, it may seem that that trust may have been broken and maybe one of the AIs was hacked, therefore creating the Rogue Jaeger. Now, more information about the Rogue Jaeger is basically more information about the figures and sculptures in general. And I really like their designs. I feel like they could be just a little more creative, like have that kind of dark or grayish outline that they had from the first movie with those little light patterns, those yellow streaks or those bluish streaks across their body, which they might have. The trailer, it's not like the final design. I believe it's still just CGI in the works, so when the final cut of the movie comes out, we might get to see what they actually look like, and they might look better. And if they don't, oh well, it doesn't really matter at this point. Now, on to characterization. We already got our information about Gypsy Avenger. Everybody knows a little bit of everything about him. If you want information about the rest of the Jaegers, go watch other videos that describe that kind of stuff, because to be honest, I really don't feel like describing that kind of stuff. I'm just here to inform you about the update, and that is the figures. As I said before, the Gypsy Avenger figure, and I believe I made a slideshow video about that a couple of months ago, So if you want to see that, I have a link to that video in the description below. But I just gotta say, these figures look freaking amazing, man. It's just the design and detail. At first, when I saw them, they were like, it's kind of like soft plastic and stuff. But I realized that, you know, it's a figure. Why am I giving such a crap about this? But they look good. They really do. I think it's just the lighting or the design itself. And if I get them, I hope they're as, like, you know, posable as they are in the pictures. Now, we got more confirmation about new characters, and I believe this guy is probably the one who pilots the three-armed Jaeger. Not three-armed, but it's like two Jaegers in the front, one in the back, and... I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing sight of my real topic here. It's just I'm reading the scripts as I'm recording. So, yeah. Basically, Pacific Rim Uprising, I believe they're building up more hype for it. They're giving us little chunks and pieces of everything. But what did happen was like some kind of event, I think it was in Tokyo, where, you know, they just did like a little Pacific Rim event. They showed off like most of the cast. I think most of it. I don't think it was like the entire cast and crew. But it was a special moment. They showed off some of the figures. They showed off the Japan footage. And that's actually the video I put, you know, before, but I don't think they showed that much. And there's also these little chibi Pacific Rim figures, and I really want to get those little fun-sized ones. It's similar to, like, you know, the chibi Godzilla characters that we got from the, you know, the Bandai toy line. Now, here's my thoughts on the information so far. I think they're giving us a lot, but still it doesn't feel like it's like a lot, but very little. Like, we got some confirmation about what the other Kaiju's names are, because the only Kaiju we knew was actually Raijin, because they put information up about him and his figure. Now we have confirmation about, you know, the Rogue Jaeger's backstory, how its AI is, like, you know, just malfunctioning. We have more confirmation about, you know, the storyline based on John Boyega's interview. So yeah, we got that. And based on the trailer, I think it looks pretty good. And I think this sequel, at first I thought it was just going to be a rehash of the first movie, but now I'm just having second thoughts and thinking that it's pretty good. I like it. And I think they're really having fun with this. They're using the same, you know, techniques and styles that they used to make the first Pacific Rim movie, like practical effects with a little bit of CGI and green screen, because that's what actually made the first movie special, and the first movie was unique from any other Kaiju movie. I mean, it had, you know, some nods and like homages there, but it's supposed to be like a reference to monster movies and, you know, traditional monster movies, and that's what I liked about it. That's why I cherish Pacific Rim, and I say that Pacific Rim is up there with the Godzilla franchise. I know I might be over-exaggerating, but Pacific Rim, it's that good. I really liked the movie. I liked the characters. It didn't have... its ending was cheesy, but you love the characters. You get to know them and how they interact with each other. And I hope that same, that same feeling from the first movie actually transfers to this one. I really want to see that happen. And if they do, if Legendary does do the whole Pacific Rim and Godzilla crossover, it'll probably be like a third installment. It'll have to take place many years later in the future, and Godzilla will have to be old as fuck. So I'm going to end the discussion here. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to end this video with one of Godzilla's best moments from the year 2000. Hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you all have a splendid day, my loyal fans.